ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ವಿಕಸನ 2016 ಈ ದಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್, ಫೀನಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಥರ್ಸ್. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟು 5ರಿಂದ 6 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಂಚಿಕೆ ಮುಗಿಯೋವರೆಗೂ ಗಮನವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ, ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಮ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟು ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಮೊದಲು ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್, ಫಿನಾಲ್ಸ್, ಈಥರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲ ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು. ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ are the organic compounds, derivatives of hydrocarbons, in which one or more hydrogen atoms of hydrocarbon are replaced by OH group. I should say hydroxy derivatives of hydrocarbons, in which one or more hydrogen atom of hydrocarbons are replaced by hydroxyl group. So alcohols ನಾವು classification ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Classification of alcohols ಅಲ್ಲಿ alcohols are classified based on the number of OH groups. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು. ಲೈಕ್ monohydric alcohols, dihydric alcohols and trihydric alcohols. Monohydric alcohols ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, alcohols containing 1 OH group. Dihydric alcohols ಅಂದರೆ alcohols containing 2 OH group. Trihydric alcohols ಅಂದರೆ alcohols containing 3 OH groups. Alcohols containing 1 OH groups are called as monohydric alcohols. Monohydric alcohols ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 2 ಭಾಗಗಳಾಗಿ. ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್, ಎರಡನೇದು ಆರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್. ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡಿರೈವೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ಸ್. ಆರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿರೈವೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆನ್ಝೀನ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಬೆನ್ಝೈಲ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್. ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ based on whether it is derivative of alkane or alkene. Derivative of alkane ಆದರೆ alcohols, alkanols ಅಂತೀವಿ. Derivative of alkenes ಆದರೆ alkenols ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Aliphatic alcoholsನ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು 3 ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳಾಗಿ ವಿಂಗಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ based on the type of carbon atom to which the OH group is attached, like primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. Primary alcohols are also called as 1-degree alcohol. Secondary alcohols also called as 2-degree alcohol. Tertiary alcohol also called as 3-degree alcohols. Primary alcohols ali OH group is bonded to a primary carbon, nothing but a carbon atom which in turn attached to only one other carbon atom. Secondary alcohols ali the OH group is attached to secondary carbon, nothing but a secondary carbon which is attached to 2 other different carbon atom. Tertiary alcohols ಅಲ್ಲಿ the OH group is attached to tertiary carbon, nothing but the carbon atom which is attached to 3 other different carbon atom. ಈಗ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಆಸಿಡ್ catalyzed hydration. Second one by hydroboration followed by oxidation. So these are the 2 important methods by which alcohols can be prepared. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ hydration of alkenes in production of alcohol is the most important method. Most of the alcohol is obtained by 2 important industrial methods. One is from alkenes and the other one from fermentation of carbohydrates. Next, second one from aldehydes and ketones. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೀಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ನ ತಯಾರಿಸಬಹುದು, ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. We can prepare alcohol starting from aldehydes and ketones. Starting from aldehydes, you can prepare primary alcohol by reduction with either lithium aluminum hydride or hydrogen in presence of nickel, or hydrogen in presence of palladium, or sodium in ethanol. Using any one of these as a reducing agent, you can reduce aldehydes into primary alcohols. Supposing if you use the same reducing agent for ketones, you will get secondary alcohols. Dear students, just make a note of this. Reduction of aldehydes gives you primary alcohol. Reduction of ketones gives you secondary alcohols. Reduction of aldehydes gives you primary alcohol. Reduction of ketones gives you secondary alcohols. Another method of preparing alcohol starting from aldehydes and ketones is that by using Grignard reagent or MgX. Or MgX is a general formula of Grignard reagents. Supposing if you treat Grignard reagent with aldehyde like formaldehyde, HCHO, formaldehyde, methanol, not methanol, methanol. Suppose if you treat aldehydes like formaldehyde with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis, you will get primary alcohol. Supposing if you treat any aldehyde other than formaldehyde like acetaldehyde or ethanol, then the product is going to be a secondary alcohol. Supposing if you treat Grignard reagent with a ketone, then you will get second tertiary alcohol. Remember, reaction of Grignard reagent with formaldehyde followed by hydrolysis, you will get a primary alcohol, nothing but 1 degree alcohol. Reaction of Grignard reagent with aldehyde other than formaldehydes followed by hydrolysis, you will get a secondary alcohol or 2 degree alcohol. Reaction of Grignard reagent with ketones followed by hydrolysis gives you a 3 degree alcohol or tertiary alcohols. Next, manufacture of alcohols, as I told you earlier, can be done either by hydration of alkenes or by manufacture by using carbohydrates. So, nimagella gottide, from molasses, ethanol is manufactured industrially in large scale. Nimge molasses anda gottirli, it is a mother liquor left over after crystallization of sugar in the sugar industries, which contains almost 50 to 60% of sugar which is uncrystallized. So this molasses is been used for manufacture of alcohol by using yeast and ammonium salts under anaerobic conditions. So you will get alcohol which is about 10% concentration, that is called as wash or wort. This 10% alcohol on further fractional distillation gives you rectified spirit which is having 95.5% alcohol, some says 95% alcohol also, and remaining fraction 5% or 4.5% is water. And this mixture cannot be separated from one another further by fractional distillation. Nimage gottide, a mixture of 95.5% alcohol and 4.5% water is going to be a constant boiling mixture or azeotropic mixture. If you boil it, you cannot separate from one another, because both the liquids boils out at a constant temperature. Therefore, you cannot separate alcohol from water by fractional distillation of rectified spirit. Then, there is another method of obtaining absolute alcohol from rectified spirit by mixing with benzene. Nimage gottirli, mixture of alcohol 95.5% and 4.5% water is called as a binary liquid mixture. So this binary liquid mixture, upon mixing with benzene, the mixture is going to be called as ternary liquid mixture. So this ternary liquid mixture, upon fractional distillation, first water comes out and then benzene comes out, leaving behind 100% alcohol. This is called as absolute alcohol. Rectified spirit in the fractional distillation ಮಾಡಿ, you cannot obtain 100% alcohol unless you mix with benzene. Then, so alcohol have got different varieties. I said 95.5% alcohol plus 4.5% water is called rectified spirit. 100% alcohol is called as absolute alcohol. And there is another type of alcohol called as methylated alcohol or denatured spirit. In industries and in working place, alcohol is made unfit for consumption by adding around 5 to 10% of methanol, which is poisonous, and by giving little amount of odor to the mixture by adding pyridine or sometimes acetone also. So the methylated spirit or denatured spirit, nothing but mixture of alcohol and 5 to 10% of methanol and few little bit of traces of pyridine or acetone generally mixed together to give you or to get rectified, methylated spirit, which is generally poisonous, which is generally unfit for consumption. So this is about the various methods of preparation and manufacture of alcohol. Alcohols generally react with sodium metal, liberating hydrogen gas. This is the first property of alcohol. Nimge gottide, any alcohol on reaction with sodium metal, there is a bubbling of hydrogen gas. So this is generally used as a test for alcohol. So reaction of alcohols with sodium metal, liberation of hydrogen is also indicative that alcohols have acidic hydrogen atoms, where the hydrogen atom attached to oxygen atom is acidic in nature. So therefore, on reacting with sodium metal, alcohols bubbles out or liberates hydrogen. The second property of alcohol is esterification. Alcohols on reaction with carboxylic acid do form a fruity smelling compound in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid as a dehydrating agent, and the process is called as esterification. Nimage gottirli, esterification is important property of alcohol. The next property of alcohols is reaction with hydrogen halides. Reaction with hydrogen halides. Alcohols react with hydrogen halides in the presence of dehydrating agent like anhydrous zinc chloride, forming corresponding haloalkanes or alkyl halides. The reactivity of hydrogen acids, hydrogen halides or haloacids varies in the following order. HI is more reactive when compared to HBr, which is more reactive when compared to HCl. So this is the order of reactivity of haloacids towards the alcohols. So HI is more reactive when compared to HBr. HBr is more reactive when compared to HCl. This is the order of reactivity of hydrogen halides or haloacids towards alcohols. Next property of alcohols nodana iga. Next property of alcohols, dehydration. 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 ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಡಿಹೈಡ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಲ್ಫ್ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಥರ ಡಿಹೈಡ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹೀಟ್ ಟು ಎ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ 413 ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್, ದೆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ether. Suppose if you heat it to a temperature of 444 Kelvin, then the product is alkene. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನ ಇರಲಿ. ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಡಿಹೈಡ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್. 413 ಕೆಲ್ವಿನಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ಈಥರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. 444 ಕೆಲ್ವಿನಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಹೈಡ್ರೇಷನ್. Dehydration. So dehydration of alcohols take place in two different ways depending on the temperature you maintain. So supposing if it is dehydration taking place at a temperature of 413 Kelvin, then ethers are the product. Suppose if the temperature is 444 Kelvin, then you get alkene as a product. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, dehydration product depends on the temperature and dehydrating agent is concentrated H2SO4. Next property is dehydrogenation. 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 Alcohols, when heated in the presence of copper at a temperature of 300 degrees Celsius, alcohols undergo dehydrogenation, forming corresponding carbonyl compounds. Primary alcohols gives you aldehydes upon dehydrogenation. Secondary alcohols gives you ketone upon dehydrogenation. So these two should be kept in mind. Dehydrogenation product depends on the type of alcohol. Primary alcohol gives you aldehyde, secondary alcohol gives you ketone. The next property is oxidation. Oxidation. So alcohols can be oxidized by using strong oxidizing agent like KMnO4 or potassium dichromate in acidic medium. So primary alcohol upon oxidation by using any one of these two oxidizing agents gives you aldehyde. But this oxidation won't stop at aldehyde level, it will go on further giving carboxylic acid, even in presence of acidified potassium dichromate. Secondary alcohols will give you ketone upon first oxidation, but again the oxidation won't stop at the ketone level, it will go on further oxidizing into carboxylic acid. So if at all you want to stop the oxidation of aldehyde, oxidation of alcohols exactly at aldehyde level, if at all you want to stop oxidation of alcohol, especially primary alcohol, exactly at aldehyde level, if you want to stop the oxidation of aldehyde into corresponding carboxylic acid, you can use oxidizing agents like PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate can be used as oxidizing agent, which will prevent the oxidation of aldehyde further into carboxylic acid. So this is about oxidation. So alcohols undergo oxidation more easily. Illondu important point ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. Secondary alcohols gives you ketone, ketones on further oxidation gives you carboxylic acid. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ketones upon oxidation gives you carboxylic acid containing lesser number of carbon atoms. So these are the important properties of alcohols. Now let us see, just recapitulate the whole thing once again. We have discussed so far under alcohols, what are alcohols, then classification of alcohols into various classes, and then we discussed about preparation of various methods of preparation of alcohol. Then we discussed about various properties, some important properties of alcohols. Then we talked about, under properties like reaction with hydrogen halides, reaction with copper, dehydration in presence of sulfuric acid, and different types of oxidation. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, there are few tests for alcohols which are very important. Question can be framed based on the test. The first and foremost test normally in your syllabus is Lucas reagent test. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, Lucas reagent is nothing but anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated HCl. So alcohols will give different reactions on reaction with Lucas reagent. So Lucas reagent, as I told you, it is a mixture of anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated hydrochloric acid. So when treated with alcohol, you will get turbidity. The turbidity appearance, the rate of turbidity appearance decides what kind of alcohol you have taken. Suppose if the turbidity appears immediately, then the alcohol is taken as tertiary. If the turbidity appears after 5 minutes, then the alcohol taken is secondary alcohol. If the turbidity appears only upon eating, or turbidity appears it won't appear in cold condition. If it appears only on eating, then it is primary alcohol. Remember, turbidity appears immediately, tertiary alcohol. Turbidity appears after 5 minutes, it is secondary alcohol or 2-degree alcohol. Turbidity appears only upon eating, it is said to be generally a primary alcohol. So another way of differentiation of primary, secondary from that of tertiary alcohol is by reaction with acidified potassium dichromate solution. So primary, secondary alcohols will change the color from orange color to green color if it is primary and secondary alcohol. If it is tertiary alcohol, no color changes. So vidyarthi mitrare, ivu important points. These are the important points under alcohols. You have to concentrate on these points. You will get questions based on this. And don't forget, there is another important reaction of alcohol called reaction with thionyl chloride, reaction with phosphorus halides. Reaction with thionyl chloride, nothing but Darzin's process, nimge gottide adu. So that is the best method for preparation of chloro alkanes, nothing but alkyl chlorides, because the product obtained is under almost ultra pure condition. Therefore, that's the best method for preparation of alkyl chloride. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, alcohols also react with phosphorus halides. Phosphorus pentahalides gives you corresponding alkyl halides. Even phosphorus trihalides also gives you corresponding halides. So ಇಷ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ alcohols ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ. Dear students, if you know these concepts what we discussed so far under alcohols, you can crack any questions. Now let us see the important concepts of phenols. Phenols are the derivatives of benzene, in which the OH could be directly bonded to benzene ring. So phenols are derivatives of benzene, in which the OH could be directly bonded to benzene. So phenols also can be classified into various classes depending on number of OH group, like monohydric phenols, dihydric phenols, and trihydric phenols. Monohydric phenols andre phenols containing only one OH group, dihydric andre containing two OH group, trihydric andre containing three OH groups. So then general methods of preparation of phenol. The first method of manufacture of phenol is by cumene process. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ಗೂ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ತುಂಬ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಪ್ಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರೀಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಒಪ್ಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಫಿನಾಲ್ಸ್. Phenols are aromatic alcohols where the OH group is directly bonded to benzene ring. Like we classified alcohols, phenols also can be classified into three different classes depending on number of OH group directly bonded to benzene ring. If the phenol containing only one OH group, it is called as monohydric. If the phenol containing two OH group, it is called dihydric. If the phenol containing three OH group, it is called as trihydric phenols. After learning the classification, let us talk about general methods of preparation of phenols and then manufacture of phenol. First of all, phenol is prepared from halobenzene like chlorobenzene by boiling with NaOH under pressure at a temperature of almost 300 degrees Celsius. The second method, by fusing sodium benzene sulfonate with NaOH, you will get sodium phenate, which upon acidification you get phenol. And third method is starting from diazonium salts. Say benzene diazonium chloride, upon boiling with water, you will get phenol. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ how benzene diazonium chloride is obtained. BDC or benzene diazonium chloride is obtained by a process called diazotization. When primary aromatic amine is treated with ice cold solution of NaNO2 and dilute HCl, diazotization take place, forming diazonium salt like benzene diazonium chloride. Then, after learning the preparation of phenols, let us go on to the manufactures of phenol. Manufacture in the sense production of phenol in the large scale in industries. The first method, which is very important as per your syllabus, is cumene process. Phenol is obtained by cumene process by the combination of benzene and propene or propylene. You will get isopropyl benzene on reaction with benzene and propene. Isopropyl benzene obtained is called as cumene. So cumene on oxidation, you will get cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene process alli baro eradu product most important. Both the products obtained in cumene process are most important, because the first product is phenol, which we are interested, and second product is acetone, which is also most important product. And therefore, cumene process is very important. Idra mele question baro chances irutte. Next is isolation of phenol from coal tar. Niಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, coal tar, when subject for fractionation, you will get different fractions. Of all the fraction, the one fraction called middle oil fraction, which contains major amount of phenol. So from that also phenol can be extracted or isolated. After learning the few methods of preparation of phenol, let us talk about properties of phenol. First of all, phenol is acidic in nature but not an acid. Remember, phenol is acidic in nature but not an acid. The proof for saying phenol is acidic in nature is this. When phenol is made to react with NaOH, it neutralized with NaOH forming sodium phenate and water. This is a proof that phenol behaving as acidic compound. Why we are complaining that this is not behaving as acid? To call any compound as acid, it must decompose sodium bicarbonate or any bicarbonates and carbonate. So since phenol is weaker than the carbonic acid, it is not able to decompose carbonates and bicarbonates. Therefore, phenol is called as acidic compound but not an acid, whose dissociation constant is very, very small. But of course, phenols are strongly acidic when compared to alcohols.